Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and it's freezing cold. We had a bit of spring and now it's got freezing cold, and it even snowed. Not here, but places close to. Now, I'm going to work on this, okay, for a while. I'll show you a bit of beading. This is the cover of my fabric and lace book, which I have finished, except for the cover, of course. And I also finished the one I was doing in the last video, I think. Yes, with the last videos, yep. So that's over there waiting. It's all finished, so it's covers on it and everything, so we're right there. Now, so I'm not going to be able to do anything really spectacular today, I'm afraid, because I'm very tired. I haven't been asleep yet. Last night I didn't go to sleep. Stayed awake all night. I stayed awake all night. And you know how the tighter you get, the worse it is. You can't do it. You just can't do it. I just couldn't do it. There's all fluff all over here, but I think I'll use that. And I found me fussy cutting scissors. Look at this. They were here with me beads. I knew they weren't too far away. But anyway, I'm supposed to be putting it in that tin, aren't I? There's the tin. Do that directly. I'll put it up there for the time being. Okay, so now I'm going to have to figure out what I'd like to do next on here. So this is going to be the front of it, righto. So we got, maybe we need to do a bit of stitching here and something there. So we need some cotton. Just get a bit of cotton here. I hope I've got a bit of ribbon too. Maybe I could, do I need to do a bit of ribbon embroidery or something? We'll have to see what we got. Now got itchy face, sorry. Oh dear. Right, what colour would we like? And then we'll decide what we're going to do. We're going to do some stitching. I think I want to do some sort of stitches here. Let's see, that's nice, but it's not very dark, is it? Not very dark. I don't know if I've used any blue that dark either on here. I have to get me a box of cotton, I think. One of my boxes, anyway. This one here's got to be wound up one day. No. And I've got some mauve, I like that. Keep the mauve piece out. It's a bit too light, that one. I've got a couple of them. Let's get a smaller green one here. A green one, and what was the other one I had? Pink. Let's go with something a bit wider. There we go. Right, so we've got some of those. Now, this doesn't go back where I got it from because, okay, it's there now. Right, where is the box with the cotton in? Maybe not at this side of the room at the moment. A lot of things were put up the other day and I can't reach them, but it's okay, I'll find something. I'm sure this will work for what I want to do. Anyway, this morning I got a lot of things to work. Got enough things to work with. We don't need all the cottons in the world, do we? All the beads. Right. Well, that's handy. That's upside down. Oh dear, I don't want to pick that up now. I'll have to do that later. I haven't put any many sequences on here. Sequence? Yes, I have. I've got those. Righto. I suppose I'll do a little bit of stitching. My daughter's supposed to be coming in a minute to bring some things she got for me because once again we ordered the groceries. They didn't have stuff. It was too cold to go out there on my scooter, so okay, so we've got some pretty stuff around us. We're surrounded now, aren't we, by things. Now this is a piece here that I was beading the other day that I showed you. I was putting these beads on, remember? Okay, so I haven't turned anything on as usual. Right. So I've got got to unhook this cotton from around it. Hope everybody's having a good day. If you're in Australia, I know we're cold here, aren't we? It's down, I don't believe it, we had snow in the towns, not that far, but not here, thank goodness. Now, do I want to put that there or over here somewhere? Okay, so that's the back. Right. I wonder if I need to put that in there. Actually, I have to work out. No, I won't worry about the closure just yet because I'm going to put something on there that'll be just the thing, I hope. If I find it, it's going to have to be just a thing. There'll be too much pink in the one spot. Hang on a sec. If I ended this off, I will end it off and then I'll cut that. Put a few beads on. I'll cut this, and I'll cut this off here and put it there because I do like that there. Okay. I think, don't you reckon? It'll be fine. I can do something around it. I'm just going to sew it on with the tiny little stitches, you know, the ones you can't see anyway. You can go, I'll always have a knot on these sort of things because there's beads and I don't want to lose beads. That's the excuse for these. I just always like to have a knot anyway. My fingers are sorry about the mess I'm in. I've been doing stuff in here this morning trying to get a bit achieved. And I don't think I like that because I can see where I've sewn it on there. Gee, that's not good. What am I doing? Oh, dear me. We would not do this under ordinary circumstances. I don't know what I'm thinking about. I really don't. Probably going to sleep later on this afternoon. That could be what it is. Righto. Okay, now. Maybe it wasn't meant to be there. How about I put it down there? That's better, isn't it? Look at that. That looks better down there. Right, now we'll start again. We're coming up through the back and we're going to go back down just over top of some of those, of the sheer pieces in there. Same with this one here. Hubby's telly seems to be a bit loud. I hope you can't hear it. He watches a bit of YouTube on the TV in the lounge room and he's watching this bloke and he has a tendency to yell. He was watching people growing vegetables over in England, and that was really cool. Things like that. So he likes to watch. Sorry about that. Got a scratch. It's not good, is it? Got a scratch. Okay. Now make sure I've gone round and got all of it. Anything waving in the breeze, do we? That one there's got to be trimmed back. So this has got to be trimmed and put on the book. Now I don't know what I'm going to do about that for the time being. I know I can put it on the back. I might have to put an inside cover on this. I'll have to put an inside cover over this, and then I'll just fasten it onto the book somehow. Okay, it'll be there. So there's that little posse there that's filled up now. I'm going to use some of this mauve here and I'm going to do some sort of stitches over here. That's what I just feel like now because there's a bit of mauve there. And that's another piece that Annette gave me a while back there that I've put on the beads and that one there. So she did. I went and washed my hands but the glue just does not want to come off me and I was just in a hurry. I can't... I can't wait. I'm too impatient. I am. I'm trying. See, look at me. I'm trying to get 3 strands, and instead of doing it properly, I'm wrecking it. Okay. Yeah. So I didn't have very good sleep. Couldn't go to sleep at all. Poor Jeremy's still sick. He's still sick, and he said he felt a bit better that he's not taking the antibiotics anymore because they knock you around, but he's still got a cough. Anyway, they're going to just have to look at him again next week, I suppose, and see what they say. But he's got bronchitis, and that can last for 3 months yet, they reckon. That's ridiculous, isn't it? That's not good. You think they'd have something they could fix him with. He does have a bit of asthma too to go with it, because that's what's irritating him, all his throat and that. But anyway, never mind. He'll be right after a while, I hope. Get him all fixed. So we'll go down here, and I'm going to do this, a bit of this stitch here that I do like. And I thought it was called Cretan Stitch. But when I looked at the thing, it isn't quite the same. So now that I'm started here, and I should have looked it up and so I could tell you, it's like a cross stitch, but it's not. So I come up and I went down, and I didn't even show you what I did. I come up here, I went down there, and I come out, right? So I go across here, and I go down, and then I come up. The Cretan stitch, you go back over it, so it has a couple of, why isn't it going to be level? This isn't going to be annoying. All the pieces of thread, I have to pull them all the same, so they're all level. Come on. Right, now we'll fix it now. I'll have to fix it while I've got, just pull it all. The best way I find is to take your needle right back to there, you know, because if you try to do it a quicker way, I don't know, sometimes it just doesn't want to work for you. It's just not good. Anyway, so we're working on this, and I honestly can say I don't know what this is called. That's really handy, isn't it? I know what I'm doing, I think. I just don't know what it's called. It could be a cross stitch, but I don't think this is. This is not quite. We get the book out and have a look. Okay, we'll have a look in a minute and see what it says. So you're doing. I'm trying to wriggle it in here amongst this other. I could have took it out a bit further so you could see it a bit more. So you're just going down into this part here and catching on that. So this end may be one gypsy journal, and the other vintage one will be in my Etsy next week, which this is, today's about the 26th, I think, of September. So hopefully I should get it in there by Wednesday, I hope. I need just to get some things out of my way, like stop hoarding things and get on with it. I've got stuff I want to do. I've found more ideas. I've got more ideas. Things that I hadn't finished yet. I've nearly really got one of those gypsy ones nearly finished. I only got a bit to go on it. Where's my book with me? I have got a real lot of these books with stitches in them, but I did give one away the other day. I did give one away that I had here handy, and now I don't know what I've done with the others. I have multiple ones, and I can't find it. Oh dear. Sonia, you know what I'll do? I'll figure out what it is, and then I'll put it on the thing when I go to load it. Okay, that'd be good. I'll do that, eh? I'll go and I can't find it. I'll remember or find out what it is, and I'll put it up there. It's sort of in my head, but I can't figure it out. I really am tired. I'm sorry about that. I just feel I shouldn't be probably doing that then, should I? If I can't show you what to do properly. We're just going up here and going making a back stitch, right? And then coming down here and making a back stitch. Now you can make these as short as long as you like, you know, if you want to make them longer, because I've only made this very small, haven't I? No, don't hook up around there, that's not good. It's catching me bead. Can you see what I'm doing? A bit of glue off myself. Here. Righto. Oh, there you go. Look at that. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Try and keep it all level, the same distance, and you know, same size stitches and what have you. When I say that, I'm sure I've made that longer than the others. Ah dear, never mind. It'll all look good. Very good. I hope I don't doze off. I surely wouldn't. Can't think of anything in stories to tell you. Can't think of any stories. Probably got lots of them. Once you get started, you know, you can't stop me. Okay, so that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? If you can see there. I just did that along top of that to give it a bit more, you know, something. Right, now I'll end that off at the back, and I do like making these little flowers out of these beads, I really do. I might do some stitching up in there too, and maybe a bit of something can go here. So let's get another colour. What have I done? Have I done any ribbon stuff? Only that bit there. I haven't any done any ribbon embroidery. But I don't think I will do that on this one. It's got enough stuff on it now as it is. Let me see. I'm not going to be able to see that. How about the yellow? Should have got the brighter one, shouldn't I? Because you can't see that either. Don't fall down. That's the way. Stay there. I'm going to see if I can find something in this box I can put in that. Oh, is that a bit too bright, do you think? Look, there's some seam binding. Great. Couldn't find any sort of coloured one anywhere before. There's one of these. There's a yellow thingy. There's one of those. These are some of the ones that Annette gave me the first time she sent me all these. And I'm still not finished using them, Annette. I'm still working on it. Don't you worry, I will. I'll get them all used up. Very good. Now, there's something I wanted to look at later. Put it there. I put the other ones in a big pot down under the table. It's not a pot, it's a carry case thing. Now, will I put this up here, or is it too much? I'm going to keep this thing sliding away. Is it too much, it's too dark? Not really. What do you think? Look like a little door bit of handle. If I put it there, I could probably use it on something in the handle. Well, all right, well, sew this, Sonia. Sew this. I'm looking for some cotton, people, because I've only got a room full of it. It's just not handy to me. What have I got here? What colours did I get? Come here. Oh, crikey, that's wrong. How about there's a bit of that? There's a bit of this. This is nice. This is nice. Yes, pretty pink. I do love the pink colours. This book is huge, absolutely huge. I was looking at the other one that I did, the little one with the vintage things in it, and then I picked this up. It's just absolutely huge. I've got that much stuff in it, but you know what? It's so good fun to make. It was so amazing, and I just have ideas for the next one because I'm gotten into this thing, haven't I? I'm just making all the different sort of my own weird ways. Because I do love doing all the different embellishments, all the different interesting things I try to come up with, or I see done and I'll have a go. And these are all the same length here. Make sure it's good. Here we go. Yeah, so it's freezing here today. Freezing. It's supposed to. The other day it was nearly 30 degrees, which was awesome. I love it. All the nice warm, and now it's got really cold. It's terrible. Your body doesn't know what's going on. It truly don't. I didn't see that little thing. That's cool, isn't it? I do like that. I put it there. I mean, I should have seen it. Do I want to go around there with that, or do I want to do a bit here with it? I might even do a bit on this butterfly. Or that. Maybe I'll just do I might do a bit of feather stitch down here, see what it looks like. Then we can put some beads on it. What do you reckon? Oh, now I've got nothing. Now I've got nothing. I've got a knot in just part of it, not all of it. Not having a good time here today, am I? I'm okay. I'm okay. I used to, when I did the markets years ago, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't go to sleep the night before because besides the fact that I coordinated them, I used to get my own stuff to do, you know. So I had to make sure everybody was, who was coming and who wasn't and where they were going to be, and sort out all this sort of thing. And I did this for a few years, and but I also had to have my own stuff made and ready to go and all packed up, and because I never had my own vehicle either, so I had to, a friend of mine used to come and take me because she did them as well. And if we travelled, sometimes we travelled out of town, but not a lot because it's, you know, probably worth it, I don't know. But anyway, so I used to be awake nearly all night doing that in my head after I'd already done it. You know, I couldn't, organising people, you know, sometimes it's just like herding kittens, people say. You know, and you know, people are. I gave it up because it was just too much. The people want to go, like the people want to. I'm saying this, I don't. They want the markets, and the people want to go and sell their stuff. But you have to tell them. You got to ring them up and keep telling them, even though it's a regular thing for years, you know. And they say, oh, they didn't know it was on or whatever, and you've got to keep after them. You can't just let them go, because if you do, you'll have nobody there. But anyway, so I didn't sleep many of them nights either. But then I was a lot younger then too. I'm just going to go one out this way, right, and come across here. And I've got to stop leaning on this tablecloth. This thing on the table is driving me crazy, just slipping away. And then you go out this side. This is a feather stitch, I know that. Okay. And then you go out this way. Come on. I don't know why this is not going through very good. Is there something wrong with my needle? Oh, you know, it's just my got no power today. I can't push the needle through there. Maybe there might be a bit of glue under this. That's what it might be that's giving me a hard time trying to get this on here. The glue might be, it's dry and everything. Did I glue it on? Looks like I didn't. No, I didn't think I did I? Well, I can't remember. I could have done. Doesn't seem that I would have. It's all sewn, so I don't know what's going on. It goes all right in some bits. Anyway, so this is what we're making, and it's pretty. It's like, yeah, anyway, coconut ice. I hate coconut, but I like coconut ice. The only reason I don't like coconut is because it gets in your mouth, doesn't it? It's in your teeth and everywhere. It just hangs around with you for a while. Coconut does. I think I need to be a better person. I don't know. I think I feel like I need to be a better person. That was really weird. That was keeping me awake too last night, you know. I think I don't know why. I just feel like I need to be a better person. It's just something that I really worry that I know this is not very nice, but I really worry that I'll be a cranky old woman or something like me mother. I know that's a terrible thing to say, but I do. I really worry that I'll turn into a cranky old lady. Because we all get angry, don't we, sometimes, but I don't want to be. Oh, you see, this is sewn, but it is coming off too as well, so we better fix that. I will be when I'm going around it, so we're not going to... I don't know how I'm going to finish off the edge. I'll have to sort that out, I suppose, and I might have to show you that. That looks cool. I do like that. Yes, I don't want to be a cranky old lady. I was just so worried about my friend up the street the other day. She moved to the home. I'm just so worried about her. I really am. She's it's very sad. Very sad. Now that's upside down. It's got to go that way. That bow. It's cool, isn't it? Okay, now we'll put some beads on that. And I want something like a really nice light green colour would be nice, wouldn't it? Don't know why I'm thinking that, but I just am. Real nice. Hang on. I've got to get this down from up here. Why do I put things way away from me? I don't. My good helpers have to do that so they can fit it all in. I'll be there in a minute. Nobody panic. I'm just trying to find some beads here. I'm actually going to put another table in here somewhere. Green. These are nice. They're probably not what I'm going to use though, because they're probably not the right things. I did say green though. These are nice. These are nice. And they're pretty. Oh, look at the blue ones. Look at me putting them all out all over the place. I can't help it. Like a kid in a lolly shop. Ah, these are good too. Some diamonds there. I was looking for really cool buttons earlier, and you know how you put away your good things so you can find them. Oh, not good. That wasn't good for my arm. It's starting to get a bit better, but it still has a bit of a hiccup from time to time because I can't help but use it. Let's see what's in here. I think I got these off a bracelet I bought. Yeah, I don't know if I'm partial to any of these colours in here. Look at this blue. See, by themselves they might look good. Do you want to drive in a bit further closer here or not? Oops. I won't be able to see what I'm doing in a minute, I suppose. Can I see that? See, that looks good by itself. It really does. So I need a bead needle. It'll be over here fastened to something. And we need a bit of cotton, and I can use a bit of creamy colour, I suppose. Move that over there. The cotton's stringing me around me everywhere here. I want two thicknesses. I think that little long bead will look really cool, I do. Yeah. Probably not going to teach you anything today. But you'll learn how to bead. It's easy. Easy beading. I do love to do beading. I do love it. I used to be able to sit in the lounge room and do things, you know, for years I did, because I didn't have any choices, because that was, you know, when the girls were home. Whoops. And there was no spare room for a craft room, and I could do stuff out there, you know, and just block out the whole world, but I can't do it anymore. You know, plus it's uncomfortable too. I like to be comfortable when I'm doing something, and it's sitting. I need proper. Anyway, it doesn't matter about that. I won't talk about that at the moment. I'm just doing this, okay? I'm just doing my beading. Right. Now these are moving about a bit, but they're not going to come off because they're all tied up at the back here. You don't have to worry about that. So this looks like something under the sea, doesn't it? This stitch looks like one of the grasses they have under the sea. So sometimes your bead soup looks good. When you put these on, because they're a little bit long, You got to make sure you leave a little space for them, otherwise they'll stand up. You don't want them standing up, you need them laying down, you don't too far though. I always get one piece caught, don't I? Come on. One of the threads is a bit longer than the other one. I'll find something interesting to watch on the telly too today. I don't know what it's going to be. Running out of ideas. Anyway, me and hubby have got to be both on that, you know. He's got to want to watch it and so do I. So we've got to pick something that we both enjoy watching. So it's not, sometimes it's not easy, but I watched one of them rom-com things, you know, last night. A comedy, romantic comedy thing. Oh, I'm not into that. I like something that you're going to go, oh, what's going to happen? Don't turn it off, Jeremy, I say. I've got to see what's next, you know. He'll switch it off and want to watch the news or something, and I crook at him because he always turns it off and there's a good bit on. That's what I like, to watch something that's, you know, you think, oh, gee, I want to get back and have a look at that and see what happens. They're the sort of stories I like to look at. They are. And I've watched a lot. Watched one other day on Netflix about the nurse, and her name was Ratched. What's her name? Nurse Ratched or Miss Ratched or something. That was good. It was a bit weird, I guess. I guess it was a bit weird, but it was good. I mean, we watched it in a couple of days because it was something that you could, you know, it was one of them things where you would not think, oh, geez, couldn't imagine that was going to happen. You know, it was one of them stories. These look really pretty, because they don't go together with the others in the dish for some reason. I think the white ones are not helping it, but that's okay. They're good by themselves, aren't they? And I don't fancy sorting them out. Once I would have done. And like I said, I'd rather be doing something now, because it's, I guess before I didn't have all this interest before. I had a lot, it was mostly show things that I did and market things, and wasn't as exciting as what I'm doing here. So I do love doing these journals. I do love me sewing. I do love me embroidery. This low stitching and all this sort of thing, but I am getting really keen on these books too. I do like doing these books. Sometimes they get me stumped and I can't get going. The last one I did it real easy, didn't I? Well, compared with what I've been like. I suppose not that big, but still. Some things just come to you, I suppose. Easier than others. Now, I don't think I'll put any more up there because you got to think about it's going to have to be turned over to be sewn or stitched. What? Yeah, well, stitched and sewn. It's the same thing, Sonia. But anyway, so it might. I like that. So that it might get caught in the edge. So you want to not make sure you haven't got a bead in there. I've run over many a bead, but they've only just broken. And if you do put a bead on, and it's in the way, and you don't want to take your stitches off, like I've just ended that off now, so I didn't want to take the stitches off, you get the pliers, right, and you break your bead. And then hopefully you won't break the string and it's still on there, right? Because that's what you do in bead knitting. If you're knitting along there and you're bead knitting and you come across a really wonky bead, and because you can't take it off because this is something that you're all in, you know, your beads are all on a string and you're knitting over here and you can't take it off, so you get the pliers and you break the bead carefully and hope you don't break the string. But then again, of course, you can always start that off again, but that's how you get the bead off. So if you need to take that off, if I need to take that off and I'm worried I don't want to break the cotton, because I'll just break that with the pliers. I might see what happens anyway. I think I ended this off. I might do that again just to be sure. Okay, rightio, that's done that one. Now, I don't know how long I was on here before I started that thing going. I really like that. Might be a little tiny bit dark to put on here. So now, what else can I have? Might do more stitches, eh? Let's do something else. I might sew it down here. Make me feel better if that's connected to it something. What about with this one? Put the bead needle back in there. Put a bit of green on. So we haven't got a lot of green. This is nice though. I like this one. Now this time, people usually part these in half and then pull them down. I can't do that. So I just pull out one thread at a time, unless I'm being lazy and I try to get two. Because one will go through. Look at that, see? It goes right through real easy. And it does not muck up or anything on you. And it goes... Here's the other one. 2. And 3. And then I'll have 3 left to use. And the next bit that I want to do it. I want to use it. I'll keep hitting the camera, sorry. Sorry about that. I'll do a quick little stitch down here. I don't want the time to go off. If I go away, I'm sorry, it'll be because I run out of something. Be either battery. Actually, my camera was playing up something frightful when I was trying to start this, so I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's happening with that. It's just... Because I've got a lot of needles, you would have thought I would have threaded another one instead of pulling that out of there because I could use it again later on with something else. But then I have heaps of cotton trailing all around the place, so that's nice. I'll find something to put there. You go up there a bit further. Right. I might do a... I do like that piece of lace there. I was going to put a piece of that in that last journal I made. I'm going to come down here with a... buttonhole stitch, eh? Let's do buttonhole stitch. Yeah. This way. No? Yes. Blanket stitch. How about blanket stitch? Because the buttonhole one won't... The blanket stitch I can... Oh, hang on. We might do the detached button. We'll do the buttonhole stitch and see... No. Chain stitch. Let's do chain stitch, Sonia. You're confused so bad. You're going to have sleep. Go and have sleep. So I'm going to do one there, because this is holding this together too, eh? Then you get back in that bottom bit, you come out again, you go round, and I've got, whoops, one here. Now I've ended up, I'm going across the top here now instead of down there. Now if it gets too tight, just give it a bit of a loosen up. Because I'm right on the edge, this is not easy to do. So I don't know why I did that. Ah, dear. Right. Please don't. If you like this, if you like this, please subscribe. I don't do this bad every time. I'm good at making these worst videos though. I really am sometimes. You can't blame a person for trying, you really can't. Come on, come undone. I shouldn't have did this because I need to stitch it down first. It's waving around there in the bruise and I don't want it to be up there. Righto? Yes. See, so nobody panic. We're going to do a good job of this. We really will. You just got to get out of here now. And I'm going to run out of time. If I disappear, you'll know that I run out of time. Oh, dear oh me. Please cut that, Sonia, and stop fiddling around with it. And cut it off, and I don't, because I still want to leave it threaded. Sometimes it's easier to unthread it, though. I could have had it off and out of here by now, but no. A bit more fiddling. Come on, get off there. Now I'm going to get the bead needle, because it's already got a bit of cotton in it. I'm going to fix this bit first before I go any further. So, because it wasn't sewed down properly, it's coming up there a bit. Start at the back so you can't see the knot. Okay, I'm going to stitch it up here. Little tiny stitches on the top, well, pretty much little. And same with the bottom, you don't want it too gaudy. Okay, so that bit will be in the seam or whatever I do around it. I've got no idea what I'm going to do around it. Can't remember what I did with the other one. It wasn't that long ago either, was it? Yeah, but I've done that much stuff since then. This doesn't want to stay for me, this. Stay done up there. Yeah, right. So all I did was just put a little few stitches in there to hold that down again. And now, where's me this? Oh dear, wrong thing. This is what I need here. I might have to do a... I don't think the buttonhole stitch is going to hold this properly. I might have to do that same one that I just done. Sorry about that, but I might have to because it's got a... I'm going to join two pieces together with it by going across here, see? That bit. Right. If something's not working for you, you're supposed to leave it alone, they say. I don't know, though, if I... Well, see, this is going to be like a feather stitch and blink, you know, it's sort of... It's feather stitch, it's on its... I'd go over this side too now, but I'm not going to. But I'll have to go because this is going to turn itself off. So I'll come back on here directly and I'll see a bit more of this. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.